All right, guys, today we are at the 2019 ATA, and today we're also talking with Andre from Lone Wolf Custom Gear about their new stand and stick that they've developed that's pretty much game-changing. And Andre, I'd love for you to talk to us, give us a little bit of specs about it, and kind of also the history of what made this happen.
Okay, thanks a lot. As you know, I've been designing stands since the early 80s, and it's always been a lightweight, mobile type market. When I developed Lone Wolf stands years ago, we had the cutting edge of bringing in lightweight mobile. It seemed like the industry started getting away and going with the bigger, bulky stands. And then in this next generation, with my son now running, it seems like it's a turn back to even lighter, more mobile hunting. So we thought we had a really great stand design. We had a really great set of sticks design. So now we're taking the next level, and now they never really kind of meshed together in a nice system. They were close, so we targeted that particular deal. So what we come up with now is a stand that's lighter weight, stronger material. It's literally 4 pounds lighter than most compared stands of the size. It's a 6061 tooling stock, water jetted out. I've actually decreased the hole size from what we had before, so there's never any situations where a boot would topple on there. The rungs are thinner diameter again, so there's very little boot to stand contact for noise, late season, wet weather. Another nice feature is, I think nobody's ever done it in a stand before, is this our new soft or quiet touch technology. This literally has a thin film of rubberized material over the entire stand. So when you're stacking stuff together and you're, you bump if this was just raw, this would be like a tuning fork. Amplifies. You got to be able to pack up quiet coming out after dark. One nice feature of this new patented idea is that now instead of the seat just banging around and clanking, we got some use for it. We literally can lock it in. It turns it into a shelf for backpacking. All this extra camera equipment, you're going in for a whole day, public round, you got to go in and out. It's a bear to manipulate a backpack in a stand. This system has hook systems on, so if you got a fanny pack or a whatever size pack you got, you just drop it on, put it in the hook, and if you want it, you can have one strap here, but you could just pack her out just like you see. Then when you get to your stand, it's simple. You keep the backpacks on your tree stand, and you can remove your pack and start undoing your sticks. Two sticks, we got a full size, and then we got these small minis now. New development is we've literally got grommets now to stack these systems together. So let's say you're coming out at night. You get your grommets right in these holes, and you keep stacking. So 2 sticks are only 1.5 inches high on here. It's the same height of the stand. You can literally carry 4 sets of sticks in on this system. The one strap that's on your stand, you normally wrap around the back and come on and tie it here. There's two hooks now here. You take that belt, pull it in here, and with one pull, the sticks, the stands hold together, and everything's one integral part.
Now, one thing I really appreciate is that design. This is something, there's guys on the aftermarket that are making, products, that attach the sticks to the frame like this. But the problem is they're in your way. When you're up in the tree, you either have to take them off or they're in your way. They're going to make noise. I love how y'all, integrated this to the cast, or to the aluminum stand itself, and made it compact but something easy to use, and it's not going to get in your way. That's the biggest thing. Us being upland guys, going in, whether we're hunting out of a saddle or lock on and sticks, is trying to be as compact as possible, but also not make noise and not really hinder us in any way.
See, that makes or breaks a hunt. A lot of guys don't realize that. Is the way in and the way out. Literally coming out of a stand and getting out there, being quiet, is going to afford you another day or an opportunity at that deer. If you're banging around, creating a problem like that, this all developed too as some friends of mine that were hunting. I had my system together. I knew how to fold up and get out of the woods. I'd hear a racket back in the woods, and all of a sudden my buddy come out with all the sticks under his hand and a stand at one and like straps everywhere. And I said, I got to do something about this. So I went back to the shop. I made a system that would be a little better, and it's still not good enough. So now this new setup is going to be the next version, the next step.
Now, one thing I would like to talk about, kind of give us a little different, difference between this and cast aluminum. This is not cast, correct?
Right.
Kind of give us a little idea of, how this is made.
So cast aluminum is probably the greatest, I think, contribution to tree stands. It's got a duller If you tap cast, it's got a muddier sound to it. It has a tendency to absorb a little more noise than a hollow tube or expanded. This material is so strong in a tensile strength. If this wasn't covered in a rubber, or if it was just plain, it amplifies because it's a really strong material. Yeah. So that allows us to knock off weight where you can't with a casting because the material of that is not as strong. So here we got the advantage of lightweight, and now we got the advantage of quietness, kind of tied into one.
That's cool. And again, you're taking this product from a single sheet of aluminum.
Huge sheets, and they're water jetting out this whole, every piece is, so it's solid aluminum. There's absolutely no possibility of air pockets or things, so we can take this to the edge. When this stuff doesn't just break, it usually would fail in a bend, or it's a better medium for what we're doing with it now. Again, don't get me wrong, cast. And you're not going to take, these are high price stand, it takes a lot to coat these and do all the things we're doing them and machining them. You're not going to take a stand like this and buy it and replace all the ones in your land. That's going to be your mid-range stands, the XOPs and the Lone Wolves of the world now. But your run and gun stand, the one that when you're in your tree stands and all of a sudden you see something you want to dive in on, you have that baby ready to go, strap it on, or if you're a public land hunter, you got to go in every time. You only need one of these.
Exactly.
It's your customized unit.
And that's like our background. Our background, again, is using one stand, one saddle, and that's all we're using. We're not having multiple sets. We're saying, well, you're staying, as quickly as possible, getting in and out of situations, and this is perfect.
Right.
So, and again, with this weight savings, kind of give us, what's the weight on the stand and say the
stands 7.5, and again, these will be approximate weights right now. Okay. The sticks are 1.5 pounds a piece, so however many you want on there. You can have a 4-stick package here, probably in an area of 13, 14 pounds. These here are just under 2 pounds, so you stack as many as you want together.
That's fantastic.
And some guys, you run with three big ones, and then you have you can interlock a small to a big. Yeah. So you can mix and match. Again, customization is all what it's about.
Now, right now, you're using cam straps, I'm guessing, for the sticks. Right. Is that something you're going to be looking to change in the future at all? Or
you can get these in a rope or the belt, the old belt version. Another thing I want to mention: these are now the perfect distance from the tree. The step's been perfected for a little longer. A curved step for crooked trees that you're not sliding off. These are wider now, and they're wider because I like to climb up my sticks a lot of times on the actual step, so it's a nice comfortable grip. If you still like to grab the tube, there's all integrated finger areas there, so you're not sliding, and with that rubber on there, it's a good grip. So there's a lot of things designed into this. Micro buttons out of metal. This is a prototype. It'll be perfected. You don't have the big plastics. They're kind of hard to get on, hard to get off. These get on. They have the same effect. Squirrels can't chew them if you do end up leaving something in overnight, or pest proof. So a lot of nice features on that.
Andre, also. Another thing that a lot of people have been asking about is, they saw this coating on here, from the photos y'all, put out on Instagram, and some people were thinking, it was possibly some kind of, carbon fiber with that rubber coating, which that's what it is on the outside. How durable is that? I mean, what kind of testing have y'all put through it, to hold up against, especially someone that's really, running gun into a public land or private land?
This is the place that's perfecting our mixture now is Dow Chemical, biggest in the industry for it's used in a lot of industries now. So it's not that this can't scratch off or wear out a little bit on it. It's very, if you hit it now, it's very durable for hitting, but it's really not on there in a big peelable sense. It's there, and even if it comes off in a little area, it's got the dampening. You ain't ever wearing off all this in the inner rungs. So it for the purpose it's intended, it's perfect. We got it on bow risers. We'll have it on other equipment down the road. So, like I said, the other option is to have it and not have it, and then you got yourself a louder.
Exactly. Well, another couple features I'd like for you to kind of talk about is, first off, your pull-up rope. The way y'all designed this into the actual post itself, I think that's fantastic. That's something that I think a lot of guys can use, especially myself, because you always have it with you. Yeah.
Have you ever been out and not had one when you got there?
Had to go to
so now you're up there. Now you got a bow and you got a stick and you're trying to get up a tree stand. So for the guys who utilize still the separate rope, it's there. It's available. These hooks are for packs also, for a smaller fanny pack. You hook down lower. Another nice thing, we even took it to the next level, is on our leveling in here.
Exactly.
This has got that rubber coating, so if you adjust the other ones in the market, you hear all that clanking. There's actually a rubber bushing, rubber all around that bolt in there, so you don't have that tingy noise when you're setting up in a big buck's bed or however you're doing it. So leveling again.
It's extremely quiet. I mean, this is made for someone that's looking to be, ultra mobile, ultra quiet, but something's going to be extremely functional, and you're not losing any kind of functionality with this setup.
Right, exactly. This is again with the hole sizes now and the traction on the outside. This is going to be your. I tell you, I was field testing this late season here, and we ran out of season. I'm like, now it's like, man, I wish I had another month just to hunt with this. It was such a joy to be able to do the pack and the system and work with a new deal. It's been a while since I've been doing that. Obviously, I do some work for XOP and help develop. My son runs that, so as a coalition, we're all working together. So
now, also, you said this is American made, correct?
Yeah. This model here, I got a hold of a big Trump effect, and matter of fact, what brought me out to reinvest in America again was a big push now for all this. Bring it back. So what I've decided to do is we got a Michigan-based company.
Okay.
They're buying aluminum from these new mills that have been opened up.
Yep.
And our motto on this line is American-made metal. So these guys are young guys, aggressive guys that are going to be building the stuff for us in Michigan. They're all hunters, excited about the new project. So we're excited about it. It's going to be a good marriage down the road for what we're doing.
Now we know this is right here, very prototype so far. What is a release that you're thinking about?
Actually, this right here is pretty close to production.
Okay.
And we're pretty ready to go now. We're going to be releasing the internet today, our website. We're going to plug in some dates. We could start producing. We got the bows already manufactured. Yep. We don't have the grommet tooling yet on it. The stands are already ready to go. We need to wait for manufacturing to get the cables in and some belts. So this is going to be real quick.
Okay.
So we're going to be looking at probably stands within a month. The bowls, like I said, the grommets within a month, and the cameras. So we're looking at early spring. We're going to have.
Fantastic.
Right, and we're going to start taking early orders on there now because I got a funny hunch we're going to end up with limited production this year.
I was going to say,
every guy that's walked by here in the industry has said he's getting one of these. So it's a nice thing to see, but I've seen that before, and boy, there's going to be a lot of headwind.
Exactly, and I think this is going to be something I'd love to get my hands on one, just to be able to test out and look at how this functions compared to other things you're using, just because how lightweight the system is. I mean, you're saying 13, 14 pounds probably max for 4 sticks, and then the stand. I mean, that's almost as lightweight as my saddle.
Christ, I haven't shot deer in a lot of years because I kind of have a set thing I wanted. Now I want to go out and just test all the field equipment and stuff. It's like.
Now, when it comes to kind of wrap this up, when it comes to someone wanting look at purchasing your products, where can they go to be able to find?
You're going to go on lonewolfcustomgear.com. There's going to be all the new products on there. There'll be availability. You'll be able to order online, and once we do get a dealer network in there, you'll be able to punch in like local dealers and stuff too. But right now, you'll be able to just call. I believe we're going to have free shipping on all the products, so we'll get them to work wherever you're at. Stands will come out of Michigan, bowls will come out of Michigan, and some other parts will come out of Wisconsin. So, yeah, we're going to set you up. So,
and now shipping date, you think for the if someone's going to order a stand, pre-order stand, you're thinking
I'm going to say
late spring?
Yeah. Like I said, we're pretty much got it on production. We're going to do our final testing. All the fixtures and stuff are set, and now we have to have our suppliers of the belts, foam seat pads or whatever. They got to bring their production up. So.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, we appreciate your day. Thank you so much.
Nice to talk to you guys, and like to see you.
Have a great weekend.